right, well, taking a little foot, walking in the park. There he is, mister. Huh? Looks like it's gonna rain too. See those clouds? Anyhow. Well, it's just really, I can't not talk or try to communicate what is being felt in the heart. And this is what I'm doing. I don't know why. I guess it's just sharing is caring, and so I put it out there to share it because I feel that it's of the utmost importance right now. We need love and unity. And the only way is to really see what, is the conflict. What's the conflict of all of us? It's causing this chaos. So much hate, division. Littlefoot, come here. And I guess the whole point is what I'm trying to put out is just we need a reset, especially right now. It's like the perfect, stage in life with all of this pandemic. And letting, just do a reset, and we need a conscious reset. Our consciousness, whatever is our content, that is our consciousness. That is what we are. And when you realize and recognize it for yourself and see it, you see the whole totality of what life, really is. And a smidget of it is our humanity. And to actually realize and just recognize it, observe just within yourself first. And then it's gradually, you'll see the divide. You'll see it. And it makes no sense the way our pattern has went on for, oh my gosh, eons. We're born into this, matrix of divide, division with everything. And just in that whole separation of it all is making us, go from bad to worse. We're destroying the humanity. But first we have to start within ourselves. And the only way to do that is to really see who you are. Be a light unto yourself. Totally be aware and be honest of who you really are. And that's easier said than done. I know that. But the honesty, the observation is key. And the main thing is to realize our thought. Thought is such a horrible thing if you don't understand the process of thought. Because thought, it takes you into time psychologically. And you could go into the past, carrying on with it into the present, and then moving it into the future. And if you don't recognize that, you'll be caught in it. And it's just a continuous cycle. And it's suffering. It is. That's depression. That's anxiety. That's fear. That is where all that is. It breeds in our thought. So it has to be done, though, within oneself. And just to realizing, seeing it for yourself, how everything is, it's all depending on one thing to another to exist. The only way we can exist is through relationship. I mean, there's no existence without relationship. Think about it. I mean, yeah, you have to use thought to think about it, but those are facts, So look at the facts, the actual facts. And those facts take you to the truth of how we cannot exist without relationships. So do we want to exist in chaos? Do we want to exist in hatred? Do we want to exist continually to divide, divide ourselves and follow these systems that they've laid upon us since before we were born, and then continuing on that pattern? Because I hear this all the time. I hear, oh, well, that's just the way it is. That's the way it's always been. That's actually, the norm. And they give me the look as, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, whoa, wait a second. So because it's the norm, we're supposed to continue on in that chaotic pattern? No harmony? Not living, in the whole totality of what really is the truth? Because when you really see it, just within yourself, don't even look outside, just see it within yourself. And you'll see that. No, I don't want that for, our kids, our grandkids, and then their grandkids and their grandkids, and just think about it, and it's just it makes no sense. We need a reset. We really need to reset. And the only way we're going to do that reset is to really be a light unto ourselves first. And that is understanding our thought process and really seeing who we are. Know thyself. That's huge. Know thyself. And in knowing thyself, you'll see we're all of us, we don't even realize it. We're these self-centered, including myself, self-centered ego, these little me's, going around, and we're not really living in the light of truth, and the ignorance that takes place that we're so blind to. And we think that we're doing all these great things by participating, in all these different religions. And if they never work, look at all these generations upon generations, and we're still in chaos. So we need to actually really do a reset, conscious reset, first of all, within, and it does expand and grow into the truth. But that has to take honesty within your heart. And the only way that is going to be is to realize who you are. Who you are is not this body, is not this mind. Who you are is not this. Who you are is so much more and beyond. It's eternal. It's so much more. But the problem is that we get caught up in that. And then we go on to these little, oh yeah, I'm holier than thou and all this. No. Start off with, our thought. Because this whole thought destroys us. And you really have to see the thoughtness. The thought of the vicious cycle that it has on us and grips us, and it has a hold on us. And you'll see it within yourself if you are capable of looking. And that only way you're going to be capable of looking is you can't be self-centered in that. You have to be free of any authority, free of all those religions. You need to let go, put those aside, free of politics. You have to be free. Come here. Hey, come here. Hey, little foot. Come on. You have to be free to see more. Because otherwise you're just going to be, very one-sided. You're going to look at it and go, oh, well, this and that doesn't make sense. Because you're already looking at it with, come here, with a side to it of what you've been brought up to, you've been conditioned to, you've been taught that is the way and the only way. But that's not it. That's why you have to be free in the sense of no ties. You have to be so clear-minded to not want anything and see the emptiness of this body mind. And then when you can really be honest and look at within and watch and see within yourself, observe. It's very simple, but we complicate it because we want to always escape. We're always reaching for distractions. We're always reaching for music. We're always reaching for the TV or our phones, social media, whatever. You're just like, you can't not just be without anything. You're always reaching, grabbing something to occupy the mind. Because the mind is continuously trying to do that. So the observation is key. But don't fool yourself, because the observer is the observation. So therefore, observation is not the observer. And I know that sounds kind of mind-boggling, but what I mean is there is no witness looking at it. There just is this whole system communicating phenomenally, intelligently, but yet we block the intelligence with the ego, with the self-center, because we think we are this little identity me of, persona. So we have to, want genuinely to be honest with all of this and see it for what it really is. Humanity, the integral connection with all of us. Life, love. And love isn't, relationships with them. Love is relationships, but love isn't, just like that whole pleasure thing. No, love is so much more. It's beyond. We separate it so much. We separate it with just our families, our friends. We separate. The only way you'll see that is when the self-centeredness is taken out. Okay. Love you. Have a great weekend.